What is up, friends? We are back for another winter 2026 photo shoot episode, and this should be episode 3, I believe. But today is Saturday, January 31st, last day of the month here, last day of January, and we are finally kind of out of a pretty bad cold snap. The past week or two, it has just been brutally cold out here in Wisconsin. It's like, I don't even know, been like highs of 0 degrees basically. It's just been terrible. But we're finally getting out of that now. It's a nice warm 20 degrees right about now. It's 5 o'clock in the evening. Sunset is just in 15 minutes here. And I'm actually down in town again, kind of on the west side of town. I really do not come over here that often at all. It's just, it's kind of, there's just like a little, like basically a neighborhood over here, a school. There's not too much, but yeah, I just rarely come over here to do photos. But I thought I'd come down here this evening and just walk around a bit. We have not been getting really any snow for all of January. It's just been cold. So there's no fresh snow on the ground or anything. There's still snow out there, but there's just like no fresh snow on anything. But I still wanted to get out here nonetheless during blue hour and yeah, just walk around some of these streets. These roadways look pretty good, pretty nice to walk down, and we should just get some nice kind of house scenes, street scenes, and yeah, it should be relatively new for me as well, because like I said, I really don't come down here too much. So but yeah, plan is, yeah, just basically gonna walk down some of these roads, just check it out, see what it looks like, and yeah, just do a kind of a loop and then come back to the truck here. But definitely we're gonna get these photos in blue hour. Sunset is gonna be in like 15 minutes, and then we'll just get some night ops as well. So that's kind of the plan. So yeah, let's go get after it. There's a truck down here by the river. There's all the boats put away for the winter down here. Yeah, this little neighborhood over here, it's kind of right down here by the river, so lots of boats and stuff down here. Sun is just setting, so hopefully get some good shots this evening. We'll see. Moon looks pretty crazy tonight. Real big. Not seeing too much so far. A couple shots of this house right here. Got the moon over there. Definitely blue hour right now. Plane just flew overhead too, right as I put my camera away, of course. Be some shots down there probably. Pretty dope shot right there at the moon. That little garage light too. I mean, I should get some shots of this dead end here. This street light on. You guys can see the sunset. Get some shots of this too. It's 5:30 now. It's just past sunset. There's a bar up here in this corner. Blue hour in full swing here. Maybe get some shots of this bar right here. That look pretty cool. Something in here. Gonna look around a little bit. Couple of landscapes over here. Looking at the bar. Got a car driving through the scene too. I like the street lights. Nice vertical shot through there. Picking up on that blue light. Got a nice street light up here, we'll check that out. It's a little park right here, guys, and it's 5:50 right now, and we still have sunlight poking out there over the horizon, which is pretty crazy. Still got light till about 6 o'clock now. But a lot of these shoots here, looking for like street lights like this, kind of seeing how it lights up the scene and the houses surrounding it, these street lights and stuff. So that's what I've been doing a lot of lately. Let's actually go over here. Let's see what this looks like. Some nice light coming out over there. Couple landscapes right in here, guys. Just an interesting scene. Those street lights. I like this house light here too. Pretty cool looking. It's pretty cool looking. Getting lit up by this street light here. Little white truck, this house here. Just some nice landscapes. It's pretty cool. All right, friends, I don't know if you guys can hardly see me at all, but it is 6:20 and I am on my way back to same route we took heading back towards the truck. Some nice shots so far, but we're not done yet. I'm gonna hopefully get some shots of these apartments up here, and then there was that little hill that we came in on that I want to see if there's some more shots over there. So just gonna kind of walk back the way we came. I know you guys probably can't see me at all. So there's the apartment buildings I was talking about. Might be some shots in here. And then I'm gonna look for some stuff kind of up on this hill up there too. And we started out the shoot up there, so. Okay, friends. On the road back to the truck here. Did not see much walking back. Just nothing was really catching my eye. There might be some shots right up here, so we'll see. But I'm getting close to wrapping it up. It is 6:45 right now, so I've been out here for a decent amount of time. Actually not too cold. It's not too bad right now. No wind, so that really helps. Yeah, there might be some shots in here just to wrap it up. And then, yeah, we'll get back in the truck, close things out. Pretty good shoot though. All right, friends, back in the truck here. It is just about 7 o'clock. And yeah, that'll do it for this photo shoot. Excuse me. My fingers were getting a little chilly there at the end. Yeah, my fingers are freezing up a bit. But honestly, it was not too bad. It's definitely like not crazy cold. It's 20 degrees, no wind. So yeah, we were out there for a couple hours. Started at 5, so really not too bad. But overall, pretty decent shoot. Nothing too crazy. I think we got a lot of nice landscapes throughout there. No really standout verticals except for that blue light against that one house. That was pretty dope. But yeah, nothing too crazy. Like I said, I don't come down to this area too often, so a lot of these streets are kind of new to me. So it's kind of just moseying around. I just wanted something kind of chill to kind of just walk around for a bit. And this is a very chill part of town. Like there's very little traffic or anything. But there were a couple instances in this shoot where I was it ticked me off. It was pissing me off a little bit, because at the beginning there, right away, so right as the sun was setting, I kind of got up on that little hill. There was kind of this little hill area, and I was looking at this shot with the moon, and I was trying to position it kind of with this tree in the foreground a little bit. I wanted to get some of the houses in there, but I could just not find the angle for that shot. We can maybe go over it in the photo review a bit, but I was just like, I was kind of bummed because it was like perfect timing. The moon was looking really good. The sky was kind of a pinkish blue, but I just could not find the correct angle or the right perspective for a good enough shot. At least I felt. And then there was another instance, a couple others. So that one shot was kind of the yellow house near the beginning there. As soon as I put my camera away, probably 2 minutes later, a plane flew right overhead, and we're near the airport here, so it was pretty low in the sky. And I was like, man, like, of course, right away when I put my camera away, the plane goes through that shot. So that was kind of a bummer. And then there were a couple other shots in there where some dogs started barking. And whenever that happens, I usually just try and keep walking. Like, I don't try and like stick around and just like have the dog continuously bark at me for, however long I'm there at, because I don't want to bother anyone. So that happened once as I was lining up one shot, and I just had to keep walking. So it was kind of a bummer. Like that stuff kind of just happens. Like, you really can't get around it. Those things will happen. But yeah, it was definitely one of those shoots where there were definitely a handful of times during this shoot where things just did not click or did not come together perfectly or as good as I would want them to. But that's okay. Those things are going to happen during photo shoots. So, but I figured I'd talk about that a little bit. Just kind of some things in there. Just did not click. Dogs barking. Put my camera away too early. And yeah, just couldn't find the angle on one of those shots. But nonetheless, I still think we got some good ones throughout this shoot. The blue hour was actually really pretty. It was clear skies all today, and yeah, the sky looked really, really nice right after sunset there. I think those shots right after sunset are going to look pretty dope. And I'm hoping I can get more of like right in that time frame of just after sunset. We got, decently clear skies, and the sky just really kind of, it just looks really good around those hours, like 15 minutes after sunset, 20 minutes after sunset. So, but that'll do it for this one, guys. I've been rambling here for a bit. I don't know. I'm going to plan to go out tomorrow, February 1st on Sunday. I don't know if I'm going to cut that onto the end of this field footage and go into that next, or we might just wrap it up here for the full episode. So whatever comes next, just stay tuned for that, whether that's the photo review or some more field footage. So thanks for sticking with me, guys. I do appreciate it. Hopefully you guys are, surviving the winter, I guess. And if you're getting snow, hopefully you're enjoying the winter snow. So yeah. That'll do it for me, guys. Thanks for sticking with me, and I will see you either next field footage or in the crib for the photo review. What is up, friends? We are back in the crib for another photo review of winter 2026 here, episode number 3. And this is coming in right at the end of January. I went on this photo shoot January 31st, and yeah, it was a pretty good photo shoot. It was pretty cold out there near the end, but nonetheless, still a really good photo shoot. I thought the moon in this throughout this field footage and in these photos was honestly one of the highlights of this whole photo shoot. I didn't really expect the moon to look that good coming out on the photos, but yeah, it actually turned out to be kind of a pretty good centerpiece for a lot of these ones. But yeah, really, really nice full moon, clear skies throughout this little evening shoot. We kind of went into the blue hour there into the nighttime, and this was on the west side of town, west side of La Crosse, out on French Island. And I had mentioned that I don't really get out to that area actually a whole lot at all. It's kind of just an area of town that, like, the airport is over there, and unless there's nothing, like, it's just kind of like houses over there, and you got like kind of these boat docks and whatnot down by the Mississippi River. But there's no really reason to go over there unless you're kind of going out on the river or like going to the airport or something. So I I kind of wanted to just go over there again, and I can't even remember the last time I was out there, but wanted to just check it out somewhere kind of relatively new-ish in town, though it's kind of close. And yeah, it actually turned out to be pretty cool. There were definitely some shots in here throughout these photos that I wish I would have had a little bit more time, or just spent a little bit more time taking the photos of some scenes. I know in kind of the early part of this shoot, there was actually like some dogs barking, and that kind of deterred me from staying in kind of some of those spots where, you know, if you got kind of people's dogs barking at you and whatnot, I usually like to keep it moving. But yeah, this whole area is actually pretty cool. I thought it kind of had some, like, there were some kind of hills going on, some very slight hills, I guess, going on throughout some of these neighborhoods that kind of made for more of like just a different kind of perspective on those kind of suburby residential areas that I thought was kind of cool. But like I said, I think the blue hour moon photos that we got were honestly some of the best of this whole winter. So yeah, really cool shoot here at the end of January. Pretty cold there at the end. It was kind of relatively quick, but I think I was out there for around an hour-ish. So decent amount of time out there on the west side of La Crosse. So yeah, let's just get into the review here. Guys, we can hop on the screen and get into it. I know I was kind of saying as well, I think in the field footage, that at this point in January, we had not gotten like really any amount of significant snowfall at all, other than, like, you know, the previous shoot we had got, if you guys kind of remember from these shots down near the brewery, is kind of like the same thing, right? We were just getting like these dustings of snow, nothing really anything significant. So you guys can see here, like on the ground in these first couple shots, like there really is not much snow on the ground. Like you can see the grass poking through and stuff in some of these first couple shots. So I wanted to, with that kind of in mind, I guess, let me turn on this mic a little bit. But yeah, with that in mind, I was kind of looking for scenes, I guess, that still popped, I guess, still looked kind of cool without there being like an abundance of snow. So, but we have since this point, we've gotten some decent little snowstorms since this point. But starting off here, guys, right at the top of this, you guys, this was kind of what I was talking about. There's like this little bit of a hill here. Like I'm kind of looking down this little alleyway so you guys can kind of see. And this was one of those first couple shots where I was getting this dog barking at me, I think, in the background, and I just had to cut it short. But I actually really like this shot. I wish I would have had more time to frame this up maybe a little bit better. I was struggling a little bit trying to lock in a frame for this scene, but I still think this turned out pretty cool. And again, you guys can just see that really full bright moon there in the sky, crystal clear skies, sun was setting. Yeah, and this is just looking down an alleyway. So kind of a simple shot, but you guys will see this moon kind of pop out in other shots throughout here. But nice little first shot there. And then kind of rolling down into the neighborhood a little bit more. Got this quick trip down here. Just a street shot with this house. Kind of focusing on this house here. This is right at sunset, so you guys can kind of see a little bit of light, you know, coming through on the right-hand side. Then obviously over here we got the moon kind of popping out there. It's a nice street scene. This photo I did end up editing, so I'll show you guys this at the end, but this was, again, this was right down this road. So I kind of walked down this road a little bit, took a right here, and then went up this kind of road here. And this spot was right kind of there, this little dead end. And yeah, thought this was a really nice landscape with this street light turning on here. Really blue skies, blue hour. I will say the blue hour here in this photo shoot was definitely one of the best blue hours that I've gotten out so far. in this year, just because we had, this isn't really coming into focus nicely, but you guys get the idea. But yeah, we had just crystal clear skies. Like there was no clouds in the sky whatsoever. So the blue hour was just really popping. You guys can see that here in like this photo too. But yeah, I came up on this bar and grill, like this is called Hillbillies Bar and Grill. I had no idea this was out here. Let me see if this pops into focus quick. There we go. I saw it pop into focus there, but good focus on this. And through a lot of these blue hour nighttime photo shoots, I'm shooting with the 16 to 35 wide angle Lumix, and on a lot of these I'm like f-stop down to like f5 to f4, and the lowest that can go is f4. So that's what I'm stopping down to on my camera there. And then ISO is playing. I'm playing with the ISO at like 2000 to 3200, something like that. But pretty cool shot here of the Hillbillies sign, Hillbillies Bar and Grill. And I was kind of a little frantic throughout here because, you know, there was kind of people going in and out of this bar. So I was kind of taking some quick shots just walking past this. And this actually turned out really nice. You guys can see the nice focus on that. Probably bring down the highlights on the sign a bit, so it's not like glaringly, you know, white. But got the moon popping up there too. Again, in a lot of these shots, I like how that moon is visible, kind of getting that in the background. And then you guys can actually kind of see the homes here in the background a bit as well. And then this was one of the coolest shots, I think, from the whole shoot. This one and this guy here, which I'll show next. But I thought this was just super cool. Caught this landscape of the bar, and this guy was standing outside, and made a really nice subject. Let's see if it'll pop into focus here. There we go. So yeah, he was just smoking a cigarette outside there, and yeah, just made a pretty cool subject with this whole landscape scene. Kind of see through the window too. I thought that was kind of dope. Sky looks really nice, and I really like kind of the balance here between the street light on this right-hand side and then this really overarching, sprawling tree here on the left-hand side. Kind of made the scene come together, and then, you know, these utility lines as well, kind of just hanging there. Thought it all just looked really nice, really cool winter scene. Kind of get, you know, everybody in the bar. You know, this was, I think this was, I don't know, Saturday night, Friday night, one of the two. Everybody warm and cozy in the bar, drinking their beer. So pretty dope. And then yeah, this was my other favorite shot that I edited up. I'll show you guys that at the end. Favorite shot of the night here. This was just gorgeous. There was this blue light coming off this house, and that just worked perfectly with this whole scene here. Blue light coming off the house made the whole scene even more blue. So the foreground was just like this bright blue. You can see here the snow just glistening there. You know, it just looks like surreal. And then I caught the moon right in between the crosshairs of those utility lines. So, I mean, everything just came together for this shot. I didn't even really have to spend much time taking it. I just, I saw it right there. It was just boom, set up perfectly for me. So that was an awesome capture. Love those two shots right there. This one and this one. Just beautiful, beautiful winter scenes. And then this was, okay, so this was hang on. Let me see. I think this was, pretty sure this was this photo shoot, right? I want to see. Let me get the. Let me get the information here. Yeah, okay. So this had to be, yeah, we went to the, this was that same, I'm just, hang on, guys. I'm trying to figure out where this was in this photo shoot, these last couple shots here. Unless I'm just like missing something. Oh, no, I looped around. Okay, this was on the loop back. So, all right. I just like blanked there for a second. I was wondering where the heck this was. So this was still on this was still on the same shoot. Yeah. I was just blanking. I was just on the way back here. So, headed back to the truck here. Yeah, I picked up this alley shot. I only took like a couple shots of this scene cuz I didn't think it turned out, but I looked at this one shot and I thought it was actually kind of cool. It's a little bit off focus. You guys can see there. It's a little bit off focus. I don't think it really affects the photo, but I thought it would just look kind of cool here with this one little window light on. And then you guys can see all those like draping utility lines down the alley, and then the alley light down there kind of shining. Just thought it looked kind of interesting. And then this was the same scene, just turned around, so looking the other way. So this is that same spot, just looking the other direction. And there's this really, I don't know if this shot will turn out, but I just really like the glow of this auburn like street light here. Just this really kind of orangish color, and it's just popping on the camera. So took a couple shots of that. And then lastly here, guys, wrapping it out with the photo selects of the night. I still have to pick out which one of these is the best, but landscape here of this little truck and house. This was right down the same alley, so I was posted up right there, right under this light to capture this. So walking down that same alley, and just very interesting lighting here. I mean, this is what I'm talking about with these nighttime photo shoots. You get this ambient light from all these street lights and whatnot, and you get these very unique scenes with just lighting that you don't typically see within photographs, you know, when you get this kind of unnatural light happening off street lights and whatnot. So I just thought it looked cool. The tree kind of just gets cut off there by that light. It's very interesting. But those were all of the photo selects from this shoot here, guys. I did edit up a couple of these, like I mentioned. So let me just show you those now. So here is that blue moon. That nice shot, cropped it in 8x10 here. You guys can actually see like a star right there. Kind of crazy. That Lumix camera, and this is all handheld, guys, no tripod. I mean, that's just nuts. Just nuts for handheld. So that was that nice blue moon shot there, and then hillbillies, the landscape. Obviously brought up the exposure a tad, you know, brought up the shadows a bit, just to brighten things up, make things a little bit more exposed. But really nice. Really cool photo there. I like that guy just standing out, smoking his cig. Oh, I don't think I even covered these. I didn't cover this one, but got a nice landscape here of this house, and I thought this garage was kind of interesting. These like auburn lights again, these orange lights, old school style lights, and then obviously that moon there. I did a little framing on this, so kind of two nice frames there, cropped it in, kind of two different visuals. I didn't cover that in the, I might have just missed that in the, I don't know where that went. Huh. Interesting. Okay. But yeah. Edited up that one as well. So don't think you guys saw that, but nice landscape there. So those were the edits. Oh, and then I also edited up this one, the alleyway scene here, or the dead end, I guess. Street light, kind of simple scene, but thought it was pretty cool looking. Really good shot for the wide angle. Just brings everything in. Get to see all the little details and whatnot. So those were all the shots from this shoot here, guys. Coming to the end here. I'm just gonna roll through some of the photos that did not make the cut. So starting out here from that other shot, or from the first shots, up on the hill here. Some more landscapes, just looking down. Some of that house. You guys saw those. Then yeah, these verticals, kind of that same scene I just showed of this house. I went with the landscapes here. I thought it looked a lot better, just landscape style. So those are those shots. And let's see here. A lot of these made the cut, honestly. Like most of these photos I thought were good enough for an edit, or worthy enough for an edit, you know. Thought a lot of these turned out very nicely. Some shots of that really kind of orange. This shot isn't bad. I just think there was a little bit of movement when I was taking it, so the photos are a little bit blurry on these. But verticals there. I think these landscapes were decent as well of this scene looking down the alley with this orange light. This is kind of cool. Kind of see that house light there. But I didn't think it was really that interesting enough for an edit, so I went with the vertical. I thought that looked a little bit better. And yeah, those were all of them. So you guys can see there. Not really much there at the end. This is kind of that hill I was talking about in the beginning. So you kind of got these hills going on throughout this neighborhood. This is honestly kind of a cool shot there. Those house lights, a little bit blurry, a little bit of motion. And then, yeah, coming back to the truck, that little house, that didn't really turn out. But those are all the photos, guys. We can hop off the screen if you made it this far. I appreciate you. Thanks for sticking with me. I do appreciate it. But, yeah, like I was saying, guys, a lot of these photos, I think, turned out very nicely. A lot of them definitely will make the cut in terms of getting an edit in on them, getting them edited, I should say. So yeah, really, really satisfied with the outcome of this photo shoot. And honestly, a lot of this was unexpected. Like I was saying, I mean, I don't really go to this area very often, even though it's like right in town here. There's just not really reason to go over there. So I was seeing a lot of these scenes for like the first time, or the first time in a long time. And yeah, I was very, very, very pleasantly surprised. And honestly, in a lot of these, like I was saying, in a lot of these scenes, I wish I would have had a bit more time. In this photo shoot, I was honestly feeling more of a rush than I have in others this year so far, just because the moon and the blue hour. I was realizing when this shoot was happening that this blue hour was going to be really nice and really good for photos, with the moon going on, the full moon, the clear skies. We don't really get many clear sky nights throughout the winter. A lot of the time it's just cloudy and gray. So there was kind of this rare opportunity came together with all these elements kind of going on, that I started to realize this while the shoot was happening, and I actually started to feel more of a rush and more of just urgency to keep it moving and like just see as much as I could. So that might have honestly hindered me a little bit in terms of maybe, I don't know, maybe I wouldn't say the quality of the photos, but maybe just like the setup of the photos and like the angles, the perspectives and stuff like that. Like, I think like if I just would have maybe slowed down a bit or maybe just, I don't know. I mean, it all turned out fine. Don't get me wrong. I'm very happy with it. But I was basically, my point is, I was just feeling more of a rush than other photo shoots, just because I realized while I was in it, like, oh man, this turned out to be a really perfect timing for a winter photo shoot like this with the moon. And even though there wasn't a ton of snow on the ground, like I still feel like a lot in a ton of these photos, like the blue moon photo, that vertical, and then the bar photos. I still feel like you got really that winter-esque vibe that's coming through on a lot of these. So yeah, really happy with how this one turned out, guys. End of January 31st. So wrapped out January with a good one, into February now. So the photo shoot, winter 2026 episode 4 is in the books, and I think episode 5, I have to look in terms of how I'm going to split it up, but 4 is in the books for sure, possibly episode 5. And rolling into February here. Yeah, again, that'll do it for me, guys. Hope everyone is doing just great out there. Hope you guys are surviving the cold winter months, and probably looking forward. I'm starting to look forward towards the warm days. I know you guys are probably too. So, but yeah, that'll do it for me, guys. Thanks again for sticking with me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.